We are so live. We are so live here. And we have, my name is Sundar Kroonquist. I'm your host. This is not Talk Show on the Go, but it's the home of Talk Show on the Go. It is the LA School of Comedy. And this is the open mic night where you can do really whatever comedy you please without offending so much so that it's, not funny. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not here for people just to, like, rant and let out. We want to have comedy. We want to have fun, but do you want? Do as you will. I'm talking about my dentist. I'm going to rant. You know what my dentist slogan is? Smiles change lives. It changed mine. I look like a Hillbilly. But I'm bumped. That's the new talk show. It's registered. You can't have it. At LASC, we do many things. We do podcasting. We have, comedy classes. We have long days because now I'm working with America's favorite comedy concierge, Samantha Linderman. Give her a round of applause for having to spend a work day with me. And boy, it is not fun, is it? Oh my God, it's so much work. And live from Vegas, you guys know him as Youngblood. Let's give it up for Anthony Terrell. Hey, Redbone. And your production manager at your service, at your magic switching service, the one and only Jason Ham. I am Jason Ham. So when you're up here tonight, the only thing I ask is that when you do get off the stage, please make sure that you say everything clearly so that if people do call and they see you on the live and they, you're going to call Jason and you're going to say, I don't know what day it is. Today it is Wacky Wednesday. Yes. And it had to be a Wednesday because this tooth is out and I can't say Wednesday. I have no teeth left. It's just falling out. And my dentist says to me, you just come to me for emergencies. They fell out. You put them in. You're supposed to, not emergency, they're not supposed to fall out. So here's what he said to me. And I'm not going to tell you who he is, so I'm not sued. But his slogan is, smiles change lives. And smiles changed my life. Let me tell you what I found out. I found out that somebody went after a dentist with a gun in New York, right? So someone says to me, do you know about this dentist with a gun? I was like, man, you always trying to ask me stupid stuff about New York. Like, I hate when stupid stuff happens in New York. People are like, oh, did you hear about that? Did you know that person? You're like, no. It was my dentist. Let me tell you, if I had a gun, I'll blow his teeth out. I just want him to see what that feels like. To tell me I'm imagining. I said to him when he put these crowns in, my teeth are crunching underneath. So one of my crowns fell out and there was a tooth in it. I was like, what are you using? Elmer's glue? I don't know, kind of glue. But he convinced me to get veneers. Don't do that. Don't do that. Just keep your teeth. Keep your own teeth. I'm getting a toothache too. And the thing is, they're not missing. They're under the gum line. They're there. They're under the gum line. And now it's starting to fill in. And I figure if I smile like this, it doesn't matter. Because they're all coming out. That's it. I felt very strongly about that. I feel very strongly about comedy. I think that comedy is really necessary these days. And especially when you are a person that comes from a part of the world that was the #1 city in the world and still is today. But somehow he found his way from the Chinatown, from the China Club, the Limelight. Where else did you work? MK's? Yeah, all right. I'm talking about you. Oh, yeah.
China Club, Stringfellows, Limelight.
That's
East
right.
Square,
Yeah, I know.
The Tunnel, Palladium, USA.
Yeah, you can't survive in Jersey. Look at you. All right. Listen, if you were ever out in a club, I'm going to tell you a true story. I was on stage, and this guy says something. I'm on stage, and he says to me, and I said, because I'm from Jersey. He goes, I'm from Jersey. I go, where in Jersey? He goes, Lodi. I go, Ramshorn. He goes, doorman. I go, asshole. He goes, Tommy Gatto. Tommy Gatto, the comic that started here, was a doorman that used to throw me out.
Whoa.
For being underage. And he had this huge afro. Listen, guys, an Italian afro. And he's so bald now. and you would not believe it. Like, you just would not. And Tommy, you know I love you. But anyway, it's just so funny that happened. So it's just so funny that, how could you have two doormen in your life? But of course, I wasn't there in that era. Let's give it up for the only one. He travels from the east to the west, and we love him best. Let's give up the love for the man named Les.
Why, thank you. Is the door locked? Can I run now? So I've had COVID 3 times. I'm getting pretty good at it. Hello?
I love that.
Okay, I guess I can do this then. Hello, hi. How you doing? Is this on? Yes. So, this is my... Cool.
Please don't do that.
Is that for the Hawaiian dancers that I am
No,
trapped
it's
inside
nothing
me?
like that. This is so
Oh, yeah.
beautiful.
I promised myself I would stand up this time. It's called stand up, right? How you doing? Yes, so, yeah, I was born in Europe, raised in Manhattan, Upper East Side, which is fancy now. It wasn't fancy when I was young. Oh, 84th Street, 2nd Avenue. So we had all kinds of immigrant people. Hungarians, Italians, Germans, mostly. I saw my first Puerto Rican when I was 14. No, really. We didn't. So we would play on 83rd Street because the slope wasn't so bad, so when you missed the ball, you go to 2nd Avenue, the bus would hit and chase it for 15 blocks, then you go beg your mom for 5 cents, you can buy another Spalding rubber ball. So we play on 83rd Street. Now, we didn't know we were immigrants. We didn't know it was viewed differently. But anyway, they kept saying the same thing over and over. We go, back where you came from. We thought they meant 84th Street.
Yeah.
And then there was a newspaper, which was one sheet of paper folded twice. It's called Our Town. This is Yorkville, New York. And you can get it at the insurance salesperson place. You just get it. And anyway, one day we were horrified because we lived on 84th Street, a lot of us. You didn't choose your friends. Your friends were those who lived next door. Camera? Hello? Are we there yet? And we were horrified to hear that there was a gang on 84th Street. We're like, oh, shit. Because we heard, like, gangs. We knew, like, it was just a bunch of people. That's all we knew. We didn't really have gangs in New York where I came from, except this gang called the 84th Street Gang. And we started reading some of the things the 84th Street Gang had done and realized it was us. But we didn't know. I swear. So, on my first attempt at comedy, I set up 2 jokes and I totally forgot the punchline and they didn't go over well. So, one was about that singer. No, I can't tell that one. Not yet. Okay, pizza. So I'm going to be doing a show in Akron, New York, which is a tiny little town that I love. And I realize that I have nothing, no material at all. I've got 41 pages of notes, but nothing for a small town. And I realized, ooh, that could be bad. So I don't know football, so I'm going to talk about football and pizza. You all eat pizza? Anybody? No? How about you way up there in the back? You guys eat pizza too? Yes? My wife is from San Jose, and she thinks that Domino's sells pizza. If my friends in New York heard that, I would lose all my friends. Domino's, yes? Yeah. Little Caesars? No? So, all right.
Domino.
Thank you. Really? Oh my gosh.
Honestly, just like I don't actually like Domino's.
If you're in Hermosa Beach, aviation, this place called Valentino's is good. Down on the pier, Paisanos, not bad. And L.A. It's open till 3 in the morning, so I go there after work sometime. Bobby's Pizza. It's not bad. Actually not bad. $7 a slice. Hilarious. I remember sitting with my dad, you know, I'm English third language. We came from Hungary. I'm sitting on the, you remember neon sign?
Yeah, I used to have
Yeah,
one.
yeah. Well, they come from the planet neon. If you're a millennial, you don't really know what it is. And it would zzz, you just sit under there. And the sign said, pizza 5 cents a slice. So my best memory is sitting there with my dad eating pizza. $7 now and then a couple of bucks for this. It's okay. If you can get it, right? So I moved to California with my wife. Actually, her company moved us out. It's pretty easy when they move you. They brought the car. And Redondo Beach. I'm sitting with my 2 little daughters, 3 and 5. I'm sitting at the playground. And there's 2 groups of people. You know, I'm from New York. You could hate any kind of people you like, but they're going to be in your armpit on the subway anyway. So there's 2 groups of people. So one group of people is well-manicured white ladies with large diamond rings, and they're usually child. And the group of Hispanic ladies with little white children. Well, Hispanic ladies with little white kids, the nannies, they were having a much better time. Eating that food, they're sharing the food. Anyway, so I'm sitting there. Gosh. So one white lady with her little 4-year-old goes off. She looks around, and like, you know what people do just before they say something really stupid? They look around. And she says, oh my gosh, it seems safe here. Can I sit with you? I said, what do you mean? She said, well, there's so many Mexicans here. Yep, there are. You're right. Considering this used to be Mexico, where would you want them to be? I didn't make a friend that day. But this kind of friend I don't need. We're all children of God, my opinion. Made in his image, her image. I gotta be careful, I gotta be careful. I heard this is California. They keep telling me. Every time I say I'm from New York, they say this is not New York. Okay. So for the first 3 years here, I've been here 15 years, mostly Redondo Beach. People say, oh, that's so far away. Really? It's 18 minutes to live by the beach. We have no air conditioners. So what, 6 more hours, you said? So I don't know why. This is for the ladies out there. This might work well when I have, heart attack capacity. So I don't know why every married friend of mine thinks I have the same lousy relationship with my wife they have with theirs. I don't know why. But last week my friend says to me, Les, my wife was bitching at me. I'm like, well, I don't know. What, your wife don't bitch you? Actually, she doesn't. And now it's like a man thing. Like, why do you say that? I said, because she doesn't bitch. Why she doesn't bitch? Because I've learned to listen to her. What do you mean? Exactly. So I was having a little trouble in my marriage. I was causing a little trouble in my marriage. Maybe that's better. And went to see I don't want to get particular here, but our spiritual leader, the person you go for help. And he said, so what is it? What would make your wife happy? I don't know. I mean, I'm Hungarian. We don't do dishes. We don't do house stuff. We don't. We kill the enemy. We work, and then that's what we do. And the women kind of bring us the food on our way out the door, and he gives us a hug in case we don't come back. That's what we do. And he says, well, so you're telling me that dishes would actually help your relationship? I'm like, yeah. So you know how to do dishes? I'm like, actually, no, I don't. He says, can you learn? Yes, sir, I can learn. So things are better. I don't know what's big deal. We have a dishwasher, which you got to wash before. I don't understand. We don't have. Growing up in New York, this is a good one. The hand towels you use in a restaurant? If you work in a restaurant, it's got no fuzz on it, just a little hand towel. So, my mom died when I was 6. Dad had 3rd grade education. He was an alcoholic, a good man who never abandoned me. Okay? So you don't think I'm trashing him. No, really. Sent me to Catholic school. That tuned me up, boy. I tell my daughters, my son, Catholic school, we'd sit at the desk on our hands. If you weren't writing, your hands were folded. If a pencil fell, it was an event. It would, yeah. Done? Yeah. The nuns. There's a thing called corporal punishment, corporal, your body. And if they can't get to you spiritually, they'll get you to somehow. So anyway, we had a boy in that. I have no idea who the teacher was, but the boy's name was Robert McLaughlin. And the style there was every time it was report card day, the principal would come in. They're all nuns. Yeah, I don't remember them smiling a whole lot. I don't think that's a difficult lifestyle to maintain. I can't say anything bad. I mean, I'm the product of this. So, the principal would give you'd call you up, Anthony, and you'd come up there, you'd scared to death, and she looks at it, and she'll say something, you know. I mean, as soon as the principal walks in, the teacher jumps out of the chair like it's got the plague. Anyway, so Robert McLaughlin had a mouth, and so he got slapped a lot. I mean, you know, boom. So what happens is, you know, principal's hand out the report card, and Robert McLaughlin's back went, made the fart sound. My time has expired. Well, anyway, the nun came to slap him. He stood up and said, "My mother said if you slap me again, I should hit you back." She slaps him and says, "Bring your mother here. I'll slap her too." Thank you so much.
How can they find you?
Why would you do that? Remember,
What?
leave everything the way you found it. Put your mic back on the stand.
I don't know. They just kept telling me to go back where you came from, so I'm leaving.
Ah.
Oh, I swear we had no idea that we were being...
Are you watching that thing on Netflix with the altar boys?
No. What? What are they?
Bless me, Father, if I have sinned. My last confession was 2-3 weeks ago. I'm lying already. Hail Mary, full of grace. Bless my boyfriend's ugly face. I'm so kidding. I need you to bring up the next act after. I am so exhausted. I mean, this is just crazy. I'm falling apart. But my hair looks good.
Looks
Nobody.
like the painkiller's kicking in.
The painkillers are kicking in. I have a sense of humor.
Yeah.
Now I really am Miss Fang. That would be a gay transvestite. Is that funny? No, it would be a Filipino transvestite. It would be Miss Fang. I have to think of these names. I had met I was getting my nails done with a drag queen. Oh, it's a drag queen. That's what it is. And her name was Misunderstood, right? Listen, and you know how that is. Yes, because there's houses. Like there would be the house of Anthony, and maybe, you know, out of the house of Anthony is Miss Rabul. You know what I'm saying? They had Miss Everything. It was just so crazy. And I got my hair done at this place where this drag queen was dressed as Joy Behar. And it was just such an odd choice.
Oh my god.
So I'm getting my hair done. It's called God Bless America. And it's all black, obviously, because it's called God Bless America. And the woman's eating barbecue potato chips, and I despise them my whole life because those kids beat me up. That's all I knew as a kid. If they had barbecue potato chip breasts, I'm going to get my ass kicked, okay? And I hate barbecue potato chips. Okay? A little white trash in me there, but yeah, I don't like barbecue potato chips. So what? You guys don't put me on your shows anyway. I don't like barbecue potato chips, and I don't like Mexican food. What are you gonna do? Kill me? And I don't like Greek food either.
What?
One of my best friends is not Greek, but owns a Greek restaurant. I can't stand Greek food. That's so. Now I'm honest about that. Where was I going? I was telling you a story. It was very important. I can't remember now. I was insulting somebody, Miss Fang. Oh, my God. I'm at God Bless America. Listen to me. I say to the woman, please don't put that smell in my hair. And she says to me, she's giving me a weave, no less, which means that whatever's going in my hair is going to stay there for 3 months. And it's going to stink like barbecue potato chips, and I hate that. And just then, she says, I need my nutrition, and eats her Egg McMuffin, puts it down. A roach runs for the Egg McMuffin and gets stuck in the mustache wax. You should laugh at those mustaches. You know that shit hurts. He's so sweet. Listen, I'm going to tell you something. These women don't come a dime a dozen. Trust me. They put me in the poorhouse, but the good thing is they'll visit me in the old house. And that's why I want to lend a hand to the one and only Samantha Linderman. Let her hear you.
Let's give it up for Sunda Cronquist, everybody.
Sometimes at bed at night before I come here, I like picture. I'm like, who's it gonna be this time? And I've never been right, not once.
Not once.
Not once.
Not once.
I'm like, who's gonna come tomorrow night? People will tell me they're gonna come. I guess. No. I'm so happy to see you.
So
It's been
happy to
long.
see you, Ann.
You make her so happy. It makes me so happy. Anyways. We had a great day. Me and Sunda were at a meeting. Yeah, believe it. I could. No. We do it. We do it, and we did it. I learned so many new acronyms.
Yeah.
That's always a fascinating feeling.
Except you're dyslexic.
I feel like I was about to do it. Are you writing me a show?
Yeah.
I can't say I'm dyslexic. I'm not. Oh.
I didn't say you were. You just
Oh.
said do the line again.
I said,
It's funny, right? It's hysterical.
Together School Call Me. Let me try again. New choice. Well, I said to her, and she said to me, I just start crying. You guys ever, there's LA school comedy, and then there's like, you know, after school comedy, like, you know what I mean?
Oh my God.
There's med school comedy. We have this is new. We have a school of fish of comedy, and it's 6 goldfish in an elementary school in Hancock Park, and they're named after. We vote every week who are the best comics, and the kids take them home.
So I could be a goldfish.
And well, not if you talk like that. My goldfish are they sit. My goldfish are like this, you know. My sister has a leopard gecko. I don't know if somebody clapped. It's like no, it's like she's not a hero or anything. You know, they're probably breeding them in a little nowhere. But I had a pet rat at one point. That was really fun for me. You know, because I don't know. You might not know this, and I think maybe a lot of stand-up comedians could probably attest to this, but some of us like attention. And nothing gets you attention like walking your rat at prime dog walking hours. Looking at me like this, I'm like, what is that if not this? What am I looking at? What is that dog? It looks just like what's on my shoulder. I love comedy. It's taught me a lot about myself. You know, it really has. It's actually, it made therapy more uncomfortable.
Right?
Yeah, simply just because it was like I listened to other people talk all day, so I just wanted him to shut the fuck up. I mean, okay, this is what it was. I'm used to an audience, right? So he's talking to me, and I'm like, really though? I don't want to hear a single thing. I want you to let me talk for more than 10 fucking minutes. And I don't want the light at freaking 5. I just want him to shut the fuck up. He would get something right. He'd go, I know, I'm smart. You're not going to ask me how that made me feel, you motherfucker. He was really interesting. I have a little sister, and she is adorable. She goes to the summer camp that I went to, and like people will come up to her and be like, oh my God, you remind me so much of like your sister, right? This is fine. You think this is funny. I don't know. But I shaved my head at one point. So in the same breath they say that, they would go, are they okay? So everybody made me, which is sweet, whatever. But they tried, I don't know. So first of all, they did that and they said, okay, because I dropped out of college. So you're so much like your sister. Are they okay? That's like I met these people and they're like, you remind me so much of my friend Jonah, right? And they're going on, right? They get a call. They go, I'm so sorry. I have to go home. Jonah is shit-faced and saying slurs again. He always does this. Something like that. And I'm like, alert, like you just said that to me. It wasn't slurs, but that would have been awful. It was vomiting. It wasn't me. I know. Don't you just, people do that to me. So they see me, they go, you remind me exactly of this person. And it's like, but you don't even it's like, remind me your name first. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's a bit much. I'm going to tell my psychiatrist tomorrow I'm done. You know, it's just too much. money.
Yeah.
It's too much, you know, and he's a sweetheart. I wish he talked more, honestly. I wish I knew more about him, you know. Anyways, I actually want to tell a story that I feel like I haven't told in a long time. And as soon as I was going to start saying it, I got nervous. It was my first stand-up. Sunda's always like, do your first one. Me and Sunda were in the car, and she said, oh my gosh, this thing. Like, she got really excited to tell me this thing that I told her. But she said I told her anyway. And it's like, that's the best kind of conversation where you're just telling each other things that you told each other that you can't believe happened when you were together. You ever do that? No.
He's been through it.
I bet. I'm terrified to drive and it upsets every single person around me. But deep down, I know that my dad would honk at me on the road. You know, like he's going to see me driving and it's just going to be... Because when I was a kid, my dad's road rage was so bad. I said to him, I was 7, I'm like, everybody is going to remember your car. I said this in your face. And they're going to make a club that says, I hate Sheldon driving club. I'm 7. I thought they were going to kill him. That's what my mom always says. They could have a gun.
Yes.
They could have a gun. A rabbi came to our house to ask for money. She goes, it could be anybody. It could be anybody dressed as a rabbi at 6 p.m. across the street from the temple. Could be anybody. My mom, she worries about me unless there's a deal at Target. She let me go off with this guy who was like, you know, that toaster only has 2 slots. There's one over there with 4 for $20. She goes, yeah, go with him. I'm like, Mom, really? Asking me how old I am and shit. Like, it was like, I'm like, Mom, you couldn't read it. He was just buying tater tots. He was just standing there. She let me go off with him for the toaster deal. And then we grabbed it and she goes, switch it out. I want the other one. So when he wasn't looking, we switched it out and she put it in the bag as the guy was bagging it. She goes, this one next. Anyways, I'm really happy with my new toaster. We have a show this Sunday with a lot of great comics. They're so great. I don't even want to say their names yet. At 291 South La Cienega Boulevard with 360 Studios. We're collaborating. It's really fantastic. It's a big space. It's outdoors. Bring a jacket and give it. Oh, and I'm very excited to bring up this next comedian to the stage. What I am. Okay. Cece's been helping us out a lot lately, and I'm really excited to hear you talk a little bit. So get up here. Give it up for Cece, everybody.
Hey.
Yeah.
Are you okay? I have pieces. Kid.
Sorry, okay. I'm gonna clean that up.
Give it up. Oh, it's in its spill.
It definitely did spill, yeah.
I can do it.
Okay. Sorry about my kombucha. You know what? I'll just get this issue.
Technical difficulties, everybody.
Yeah, really.
As someone who's never spilled in my life, I don't know what to. No, I'm kidding. I spill everything and I lose everything, and I'm gonna lose it for this comedy of Cece.
I like your shoes. They're like chonky. They're chonky. And some of your shoes are fun. They're like snow. Is there something about my face that I look like I easily get offended? Is that like a thing? Guys, what is that about? Like, I think I have a really nice, like, funny, like, hi, I get you, hello. But I think everyone thinks not. Has anybody been to Sprouts ever?
Yeah.
You've been to Sprouts? It's amazing, guys. I went for the first time today, and it's amazing. Like, it's like Trader Joe's, but a little bit bigger, and there's not all the aisles, so you don't get fucking lost. And they were having a BOGO sale, which is where I got that kombucha, but it did just spill everywhere. Yeah. Sometimes when people ask me what Long Island's like, I show them a bat mitzvah entrance video. I feel like that kind of gives them a good representation. I feel like a Long Island Goodwill is just a Home Goods. Some really nice things. I'm going to just go through my wall. I didn't really prepare much, but I will have something prepared, though. My mom's going to be, I think she's going to be there Sunday and Monday, and so I'm going to make a whole stand-up set about her. I'm gonna just go through okay, so this is a tiny IKEA bag. Woo! You go to IKEA? What's up? Hey-o. This is protection. Everyone should carry one of these. Even you, sir, you should carry one of these just in case. You never know. Crazy world. All right, these are the keys. This is okay, this is weird. I got this. It had little evil eyes in it, right? It was supposed to ward off spirits. And about 2 days ago, it broke. So it's warding off something. I think that's pretty crazy. Let's skedaddle on in here. Woo! Okay, this is gonna seem like an ad, but this is called Boom Boom Winter Mint. All right, and what it is you put it, and it's gonna look like I'm snorting something. I'm not. You put it here. Anyone smell it? You want to smell? It's so crazy. You know they are. Yeah, it smells like peppermint. Wakes you up. It's crazy. Everybody, boom boom, boom boom. It's crazy.
Love it.
All right, I got this Burt's Bees. You know what I really want to show you guys, actually? Buffalo Exchange card. Okay, this is my credit card. They can't see my numbers on it here, but it has laughing, crying emoji face because it's my credit card. So every single time I take it out, it's that type of vibe to it. How is everybody doing? Like, how's everybody's day? How is everybody's week? It's good. Okay, nice. Yeah, I've just been thinking a lot about Long Island. I just think it's very funny, and I think it's crazy. I went to some bat mitzvahs where, like, the gifts that they were giving away were, like, iPod touches and iPads, and that's crazy. Isn't that insane? Like, 20 iPod touches that they're giving out. It's wild. When you go to the gym or, like, a food health store and you see someone and they're like, oh, my God, I didn't know you went here. And it's like, okay, kind of targeted. My sister said something, too. She said, it's so surprising you don't have any Leo in your chart. And I kind of took offense to that. Like, I get it. I agree. But a little bit offensive, a tiny bit. I picked up a penny a few days ago off the ground, and the guy was like, this random guy, he was like, oh, nice jewelry. And I was like, nope, a penny, sir. But I got just as excited, so I guess yeah. What if you saw someone's true colors, but it was chartreuse? Like, what you gonna do? That's real bad. That's bad. You know what I mean? Can you imagine? There are some people who really like the color chartreuse, and that's like that green, but like worse, like more yellow. Y'all know chartreuse? You don't know chartreuse? Oh my God, it's like really ugly yellow green, like the worst kind. Yeah, you don't want it. It's not good. What do you think would happen if you licked your dog back? I don't think they'd like it. I think they'd be like, what the fuck is this about? You know what I mean? Did you have a dog? Oh, okay. So, all right. Yeah, a little bit. That's okay. Can we pretend you have a dog for the bit? When your dog's like hotter and cooler than you, and it's like so upset, like everybody's obsessed with your dog, and you think for a second they kind of like you, but it's really your dog. Why don't people say what they mean, guys? What's up with that? What's up? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the autism in me. It's the New York in me. Just say what you mean. Also, you can't outrun yourself for forever, but maybe you can. You know what I mean? But you'll be running your whole life. That's crazy. It's crazy, guys. Getting to know people through daddy trauma. It's almost like speed dating, like speed trauma dating. Love my dad. I really wanted to. I don't. Well, okay. I'm like conflicted on it. You know what I mean? Everyone here with a dad knows what I'm talking about. Like, okay. You would. Yeah. How do you feel about your dad? Yeah. Same here. Okay. I'm really different than my siblings, right? My sister currently is at Harvard Business School. That's super dope. My brother, he went to the Naval Academy. He met his wife on a Harvard debate trip at the church. They both went to the church to pray on the same day, and they met each other. And I do stand-up comedy here in LA. What is with that, guys? You could have a bunch of kids, and they're all just going to be completely different humans. It's insane. Oh, my God. It's so wild. Okay, well, that seems to be all that I've got, but this is amazing. Love you, LASC. Let's hear it for Sunda and Sam and Jason and you guys. Woo!
You gotta watch Richard Jenny.
I will.
You gotta watch Richard Jenny.
Richard Jenny.
You know why?
Right.
What a beautiful set and how beautifully decorated. Never assume the knowledge of the audience.
Yeah.
That's it. Suppose his father was dead. I'm just saying. Right?
Right.
Because he's definitely dead. He is. I'm just saying. He's definitely dead, right? Okay.
Okay.
But I love the chartreuse. You have to, like, you can almost taste it. It's so horrible, right?
So vibrant.
I love chartreuse. My daughters, I do not wear that. Horrible lime. Oh, she'll go that lime grin. She's not even lime. It's not even pistachio. It's not even.
It's not even pistachio.
It's like it's beyond mucus. I wanted to just say that it is always wonderful to have a singer in the house, and he's not going to sing. We're going to have a few minutes for us tonight, just to hear about some of your. Please, tell about some of our stories. Then come on, Anthony. Come on, Anthony. Anthony, come on. I'll stay here with you. Come on, man. They wouldn't believe you, right? No. Do you know that I was with Anthony and my daughter Aviva, and I said to her, I have to take Anthony somewhere. No, she says, this isn't where Anthony's house is. I go, no, I've got to take him somewhere. He's doing business. She goes, and what kind of business is that? And just then, his hat flew out of the window. And he was so mad at me, Samantha. He said, I don't want to go anywhere with you again. But we went again. And we were going to the Ralph's. My car's 1 day old. The cops pull us over. But then I go with him again. And I take him somewhere. And he says, make a left, make a left. And I made this left. Anyway, the CHP people came and gave me tickets. And then Anthony's like, I'm never driving with you again. And then we go downtown to pick up Aviva. And guess what happens? The police get me. And I get out the car to talk to him, and Nancy goes, get back in the car, they shooting niggas. I go, right now? And I go, I'm on speakerphone. I go, Aviva, I go, Mommy's okay. I'm with the police officer. You know, police officers are nice. She goes, Mom, are you going to jail? I said, of course not. She goes, well, that's a first. Is that a true story, Anthony? And we found somebody's dog that got loose again. You can't deal with it. Listen, we have a show on Sundays that we really want. I look like a jack-o'-lantern. It's okay, Miss Fang.
Orange is in right now.
What's orange on me?
It's the jack-o'-lantern.
Model.
Not over me.
Can I tell you something about Hungarians? Are the craziest people in the world. Okay, there's nothing crazier than a Hungarian. They're so much fun, but they're so crazy. And he's got to be out of his mind. That's all I got to tell you. But they love goulash. They love chicken. You like chicken? So yeah, see? Big thing. All right. On Sunday, the address is, just to be specific, 291 La Cienega. 291 La Cienega Boulevard in Los Angeles. And I want to say, oh yeah, hi Mike Macaluso in Field of Dreams across the street. Mike Macaluso, thank you for getting the pasta over to the Montalbano family. And yeah, I had to take care of some yesterday. You got to take care of business somehow. You got to stay Jersey strong. Let me just tell you what I saw in closing. There's this big thing in the New York Post, and it has all these migrants on it. And they said, who sent you? And they said, Jersey sent us. Dirty Jersey, good for you. Anyway, I just wanted to say that because you just, come on. Not my mall. Not in the mall. I just can't. Everything but, all right? No, not the mall. Not the mall. If people tell you you're funny, you probably are. But
You're funny.
But you won't know until you take it from the page to the stage. I look so Persian today, by the way. I just want to tell you something. I look so Persian. Lady was asking me directions in Farsi, and I told her where it was, but I said, and I say afterwards, I don't speak Farsi. All right, does that make any sense that I answered her? And all I have to do is, all right. So, and all of a sudden, she rolling eyes on me and fighting me. Rolling eyes on me? All right. This is a great place. It's called 360. We're calling it 360 right now. It's not a mafia joint. Thank you, Dan and Green. Shout out. It's a place that really y'all can get down, have a good time. They have a salt cave, and it's wonderful. Am I lying? I never seen no salt cave. I'm from Patterson, New Jersey. Who would have stole that salt? Sorry about that. I'm kidding. We would have sold that salt, I was trying to say. And remember, if you're in New York City and you want to get your teeth evaporated, go to the dentist whose slogan is, "Smiles change lives." I want you to know that we're here Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and Sundays we will be at 360 Studios in the Penthouse. And we want to give a shout out to Jeffrey Weiss and, of course, Denise Burkhart. They're the ones that keep it going. And thank all of you for tuning in. And Anthony, it's so good to see you. Look at you. You look like a bank robber. I love you. Let's go rob a bank. Peace out. Good night. Thank you, Jason.
Yes.